All right, all right, all right. Let's see here. Yep, we are live. Hello, everyone. Jump on and say hey. Be sure to share and like the video. If you know a parent with teenagers, please tag them in this video. They can't miss this. They definitely can't miss this. I got a good friend of mine and a coach here, Miss Coach Lilie. And in about 2 minutes, we'll start the interview. But we jumped on early to give you lovely people time to join us. So if you got teenagers, you are in the right place. If you know somebody with teenagers, please, please, please tag them in this video. And we're going to be sharing some amazing things. Hey, Coach Sarah. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Shannon. Y'all say hey when you come on. Please like and share, and please share with, like I said, those parents who have teens. Parents have to deal with so many things. And I tell Coach Lilie, I wish I had some of the tools that she's sharing when my kids were teens. I really wish I had those tools. It's really good information. So y'all make sure y'all jump on here, say hello, let us know you're there. And I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I am too.
Hey y'all, it's like I need to have some intro music while we coming on. Hey Troy, he had to do the check. He said we looking good, Coach Lilie.
Okay.
Hey Miss Carolyn. Hey Wanda. Thank y'all so much for joining. Like I said, if you know somebody with teenage children, we really want them on today's show. We really want them on today's show. Tag them, share it to your pages. You just never know what parents are going through and what parents are dealing with. And then to have somebody like Coach Lilie that's partnering with these parents and pouring into their lives, it's an amazing blessing. It really is a blessing. All right. It's 6:30 on the dot. I believe early is on time and on time is late. And so we jumped on here early to give everybody time to join us. Y'all make sure, again, to share, like, and invite, and I'll be facilitating the questions. So if we share something and you need more insight on it, you have questions about it, make sure you just drop it in the comments and we'll address it right here. We'll address it live. All right. So my name is Carmela Williams. I am a small business and leadership coach, just relaunching my business publicly. And this is one of the ways that I'm doing it. And it's by talking to these amazing women CEOs that I have had the pleasure of working with over the last 5 years. And so tonight's interviewee is Coach Lilie Williams. Hey, Coach, and welcome to the show.
Hello, how is everybody? We're certainly glad you all have taken out your time to spend with us. We know your time is valuable. That's and right. Look, we are going to talk just a little bit about what I do. But and Coach Carmela says we're going to be giving out a lot of nuggets and those kinds of things. But I'm telling you, that's going to be another whole segment. What we'll talk about today is some of the things that we're doing. One thing we just did this morning, we did a session on helping parents to raise great teens. And in that session, we were able to give some nuggets on how to connect before you correct and how to with our teens. But Coach Carmela said what we're going to do is talk some about what I do. I am a certified John Maxwell Life coach. And I am CEO and owner of Perfecting Destiny Coaching Services. And I'm the president of Perfecting Destiny Empowerment Services. And what I do, my niche is working with teenagers. And I think I got turned on to that niche because I've worked in public schools for over 30 years.
Right.
And teenagers seem the ones that are most challenging. And I do like a challenge. I do. I'm good at that. And, you know, when you retire, everybody says in the school system, well, you should write a book. And I said, yeah, I should. Most of the time, they're talking about write a book about the negative kinds of things that we've gone through and all the
Right.
horror stories. I decided to write a book that's going to help somebody. And the book that we've written, it is Tools for Teen Transformation. It's an awesome book, if I do say so myself.
It's a good book.
It is an
It's a good book,
awesome
y'all.
book. You see Lily Streeter Williams up there, and it says perfecting your own destiny. We started out allowing the teenagers to take, it's an interactive book, to take the book and to go through the book. Now, this book is to help them with their ideas. It's giving a bunch of strategies. It's helping them change their mindsets. It's helping teenagers to learn to love themselves. It really is. And so, you know, that book will save some lives. It will save some lives.
Coach Lilie, Lilie, would you hold that book up again for them so they can see it? While she's holding that book up, I have my copy of that book. If you have teenagers, you want to get this book, Tools for Teen Transformation. In this book, as you work through the chapters, is very interactive. So it has all kinds of prompts throughout the book to help the kids to discover things that some of us didn't discover until in our 30s or late 20s. If we had these type of tools, like I said, when my kids were younger, we'd have been sitting in the floor doing this, I promise you. And I don't promote stuff that I don't believe in. So let's just go ahead and get that straight off the rip. If I'm telling you this is a good book and it's a good tool, you can take it to the bank. It's a good book and it is a good tool.
It is. It's a resource. And Coach, we've had grandparents to buy as many as 10 at the time because they've had 10 grandchildren and they wanted them all their own book. We've had Bible church schools classes that have bought as many as 30 at the time. They're only $19.99 and you know our kids are worth it. So if you don't have teens, you need to drop by Amazon and order some. They make perfect gifts too. And that book, Tools for Teen Transformation, deals with the challenges that teens are going through now. You know, the drugs, alcohol, the vaping, the opioids. Some kids are dealing with cutting, they're dealing with bullying, suicidal behaviors, teen pregnancy, all kinds of things, and some just disrespect. But the book is acknowledging all of those kinds of behaviors. And parents, what we've done is put a section in. How do you like that section, Coach? The parent share. It's awesome. And that parent share is a session that the clergy, your youth counselors, your coaches, other adults can take that information and help you with. So be sure to go and get a lot of help. That is just awesome.
And the good thing about this book, Coach Lilie, the good thing about this book is a lot of times as parents, we don't know how to lead into certain conversations. We can't just assume things. And the book is a real good lead in to touch on things that our kids are going through that we have no idea. And if they're not going through it, they know somebody that is. And so it is not just bringing it out the blue where you're saying, are you struggling with opioids? You know, it's not like that. And so you have a tool in your hand to introduce the conversation.
Yes, yes. And Coach, if I had these tools, my adult son said to me, he said, Mom, where were you? Where was this woman when I was growing up? He said, where was Coach Lilie when I was growing up? So I'm saying to the parents, you will really be able to communicate better. It's just gonna help you to get to a place that you wouldn't ordinarily be. So that to you. there is another thing we want to mention to you too. You know, when we're in business and we're helping teams, one thing teams always like is activities. So
Right.
we've done activities. Yeah, you got to keep them busy.
Right.
Now, once a year, we do the leadership conference, the John Maxwell Leadership Conference, and it is totally awesome. We usually have anywhere from 15 to 20 teenagers, and they come back each year. How
Right.
about that? Oh, our churches and our sororities, and they sponsor them, and they come, and it is an awesome time for our teenagers. So we are steadily trying to find things that we can work with our teenagers to keep them safe and to keep them productive citizens, to keep them loving themselves. And we're doing it. Our Perfecting Destiny is doing just that. Our title, we're perfecting the destiny of the teens that we work with.
I love it. Now,
And
Coach
there's
Lily, you just finished another program you've been working on where these parents can go through at their own pace, and it's 4 courses that's available on your website as well. You want to talk about those?
Yes, that is an awesome curriculum. And I can now, Coach knows about it because she was certainly instrumental in helping me to get it loaded up, to help me to get my instructional guides together. It was an awesome experience. And I have to say, had I not had Coach to help me, I don't know where I would be with it right now. But moms and dads and parents and teens, it's loaded up. It's loaded up on CourseCraft. And let me tell you, we've got entire courses. One course is communication, how to communicate with your teens, parents and the teens. And then the next course is how, what was it? It's about, hmm, we had one
One
stop.
is about failing forward,
Mm-hmm.
stop, drop, and live,
Mm-hmm.
communications. Because it's I know it's four.
It's
What's your
bullying.
what's your
The bullying.
and
Bully. Bullying. Yes, it was bullying. And so what had happened, we had expected before the pandemic come, we were going to have workshops on all of those. And we were going to have the parent and the team to come together.
right?
So we didn't do that. We went ahead and did the virtual course.
What's
And
your website, Coach Lily?
the website is www.perfectingdestiny.com.
Got it.
Mhm.
But go ahead. Were you had something else you wanted to add about those courses?
Those courses are available. You can do it at your own pace. Now, if you go to the website, you're going to see those courses. You can see them, you can read about them. And we did a bonus. We had given
Yep,
an hour podcast, and they are awesome, aren't they,
they are.
Coach?
They are.
Yeah.
Now the podcast was these 4. She's done more, but you get as a bonus these 4 podcasts where she has guests on there and experts in these areas to share with you even more information on how to connect with your team. And I love how you started it off with you got to connect before you correct. Oh gosh, that's powerful.
Mhm. Yes,
Now, Coach Lily,
that's
for those that just joined us, would you back up and tell us your background so we know what makes you an expert to work with kids? I know what it is, but what did you retire from doing?
okay. I was a 30-year, I matriculated through the classroom, through assistant principal to director of education, through principal, and I retired with 27 plus years out of the public education system. So, and I am a John Maxwell certified life coach, and I'm certified in the areas of speaking, training, and we do coaching and counseling. So what I can do is workshops, seminars, and transformational speaking. And I am a grandparent. I'm a parent.
Yes.
I'm a great grandparent. Yes.
Wow.
And so many other hats I've worn. I am an elder in my church. Uh, and I've been at that church, I guess, 50 years. You know how you grow up in a church and you stay there forever.
Yeah.
Um, and
You're very
my
involved in your community.
Yes, I am. I'm the education chair for NAACP. That's one of the things I have to do. Working on committees. Right now, we're looking at a disproportionately uh, kids in our community that are involved in our legal system.
Yeah.
We're working and trying to make sure that we keep an eye on those kinds of issues. So many things that we're doing, but everything that we do, we are doing ministry.
That's
We
right.
are, this is ministry. We are outside the church walls, but we're doing ministry. We're pouring into our young people, helping our parents and our community to be all that they can be.
That's right. Let me ask you this. You got one campaign that I know is near and dear to you, and we're coming up on that month. And so would you
Mhm.
share with us the details on the Stop, Drop, and Live campaign? And y'all, this is her trademark campaign.
Stop, drop, and live.
Y'all drop that in the comments. Stop, drop, and live. Go ahead, Coach Lilie.
Stop, drop, and live. We coined that phrase from one of the first radio shows that we had done. Pastor Harris and I had done that workshop, and there had been a teen in his church that had taken her life. And he was such an expert in that area. And we talked about all the kinds of signs that we miss, those kinds of things.
Right.
And that conversation is where we were talking about just stopping, uh, because a lot of times teens particularly, they look at that as temporary or that they can do that and come back, but it doesn't happen. It's a permanent solution. It's a permanent to temporary circumstance. And we
Right.
try to teach them that. We know that it's difficult sometimes to talk about that. Sometimes people have problems asking a person, "Are you thinking about taking your life?" Even when you say it's difficult. But we coined that phrase, and I said it would be wonderful to put it on a T-shirt because all teens love shirts, don't they? Yes, that would be a visual. The visual.
Looks like Coach Lilie froze. We'll give her a second, see if we can get her back. But Stop, Drop, and Live is a
Looks
powerful
like this.
campaign. There you go.
You see it?
Yes.
It's stop, drop, and live. And the
Yes.
caption stop prevention. Now, that shirt was designed for a representation, a visual representation of the message. The message, when we say stop, we're asking that teen, parent, anybody else that are having suicidal thoughts, we're asking you to stop just a minute. Think about it, reflect, and look, say, what would this world be without me? And there's something, if you would stop a minute and just think, give me a minute, give me an hour, and if you give me another day, I'm almost sure we can prevent that. And when we say drop, we're talking about drop the method, your intention.
Yes.
It might be guns, it might be a knife, it might be cutting yourself, it might be pills, drugs, whatever your intention of ending your life, drop it.
Yes.
Drop it. And when we say live, we're just telling you to tell somebody, give somebody that information. We're telling you, when we say live, we're telling you to get some help. If you need to go to the hospital, if you need a program, a professional program, a medical program, whatever it is that you need to get that, and to start to surround yourself with people that are going to help you, and to start positive affirmation. So many things you can do to live.
Live.
Drop and live. And
That's
we're
right.
talking about team living your best life. So that is a campaign that it's near and dear to me. You see how excited I am when I start.
And it's needed. We need somebody with passion that can stand before our children and talk to them, and not just the children, the parents too. And y'all know Coach Lilie, we can do this virtually. She can speak to your youth group. She can speak at your seminar, your conference about Stop, Drop, and Live. She don't have to fly out. She can bring it to you virtually. Stop, Drop, and Live is powerful campaign. And Suicide Prevention Month is coming up.
It is coming up tomorrow, September, Suicide Prevention Month. And we had planned to have our teens together, and we had planned to take our pictures and our shirts. We've got white, gray, and gold shirts. And our plan was to have our campaign with all our kids in their shirts and waving. And let me tell you this, since we've had the campaign, we've had people that have told us about their situations and their circumstances, and they've bought shirts so that they could wear them, and they've bought shirts for other people. And it has been easier for them to talk about it.
Right.
Just having a shirt. And one young man told his grandmother, he said, "Mom, if I had that shirt when I was talking to my friend, there was a guy that had anticipated taking his life, and he said that would have been so much easier for him to open up the conversation." So
right. Oh, I love that perspective, because sometimes, I was thinking one perspective, we're talking to the person who, we're talking to the person, but imagine that now we're empowering those teens to be able to use that message to connect with their friends who may be contemplating suicide that the adults don't even know about. So it's an easy, simple way to start the conversation.
And I love simple. I love simple. My teens love simple. They love short to the point. They want to get right at it. And that's how we work with them.
That's right. So here's my next to the last question. Coach Lilie, how did we meet, and how have I helped you as a coach for you as an entrepreneur?
Now, Coach, I think I met Coach when we were at the John Maxwell conference. I had to think about that. And what we did, we exchanged cards, and I came home. Well, I didn't have a card then. I exchanged paper with you. But we exchanged information. And
you can get the t-shirts on the website, y'all. Everything that she has is at perfectingdestiny.com, all on that one site.
Yeah, when you go to that site, you can click on that. Go to perfectingdestiny.com, and all of the products are there, and the services are there. But I met Coach at John Maxwell conference, and we were out in Florida, weren't we? In Florida. But I got home and I started to having problems. When you are an entrepreneur and you're first doing business, there are so many things that you don't know. Coach Carmela was already kind of coaching and in business, and the word coaching would almost have me anxious. So whenever I was going through anything, whenever I needed any kind of information, or whenever I would really get my anxiety level high, I would call Coach. And I would say, "Coach C, this is what's going on." And Coach C would say, "Oh, well, you do so and so and so and so and so." She would just come right off like it ain't no big deal. And then my anxiety level would cease. So I said to myself, wow, I really need to be investing in her services. And let me tell you what really made me think that I need to work with her. Initially, when we first started to talk, she never mentioned to me about her services, the prices, and what things would cost. She just gave me advice. And I mean, I'm sure I would have to pay somebody else. Now, I'm not telling y'all she's going to do that with you. Let me tell you what happens. That's why you need to get in on the ground floor. See, I got way back when she first started. So she able to just kick me to the curb or just throw me out of the programs. So all of her programs, and I really have progressed. I just appreciate the services of, I call her Pastor C sometimes. I call her Pastor Carmela sometimes. I call her Coach C sometimes. Coach Carmela, whatever I call her is fine.
Okay.
But I know that she is a person that is skilled in so many areas. And what happens when you're working with her, she forces you to do what you're needing to do. So now, and she doesn't just let you not do it. It's like if you haven't done it, you're not gonna want to get on the call.
We got some goals and some deadlines.
You're not gonna want to get on the call.
I
So
love
the
it.
accountability is there. I have been fortunate to have her to walk with me. And if I've not told you lately, I appreciate you, Coach Carmela. I
Thank
do.
you, Coach. And Coach Lilie was in my very first program, the Inner Circle Network, and anything I've had since then, she jumps right in. And thank you so much for allowing me to partner with you. You know, as you've grown your business, and I always tell her she's the expert when it comes to this content and working with teams and giving them the tools that they need to be successful. I'm just gifted in helping to get it to the right people and helping to get that vision that she has. The vision is amazing, to get the vision that she already has put where God has told her that it needs to be. And I love when she said she was ready to make it virtual, to put those programs out there, because sometimes people might not be able to make it to a sit down meeting. And the timing was perfect because it was right before COVID. So you were literally right ahead of the track before the pandemic hit. She was already working on it. And so it was just the timing. God's timing is just perfect.
It is.
Now,
It
Coach
is.
Lilie, how can organizations book you to speak? How can, just tell them one more time how they can get in touch with you and what you're available to do?
You can reach Coach Lilie. That's what the kids love to call me, and they get a kick out of that. Usually in a setting like the school setting or a professional setting, you're going to be uh, Miss Williams.
Right.
But when they love to call you your first name because they know they can't do that. So
That's
so
right.
when they got an opportunity to say Lilie, Coach
They love it.
Lilie, they love it. They do love it. So you're able to get Coach Lilie. You can go to www.perfectingdestiny.com. You can go to my Facebook page, that is Lilie Streeter Williams. You can go to my business Facebook, that is Perfecting Destiny Coaching Services. And I do have Instagram, that is perfecting_destiny. And
Everywhere, y'all. Because you even did a series over on, what was the other video channel that was popular at one time when you did your very first series?
That was a Periscope.
Periscope, that's right.
Yes, the Periscope messages, and I would do that for the kids. It was about 5 minutes long. 5 minutes was all they needed to get the
Right,
information. Loaded it up to YouTube. So we got a YouTube channel with all
right.
those messages. And we've got Tools for Teen Transformation Radio, where we have archived all 13 of those podcasts, the radio podcast. So we've got bunches of information that we can share with our parents. And you know what? With all that you already know and with all that you're already doing, there's still just some things that, if you know, would put you a step ahead. And that's what we do. That's what we do. We can do workshops. We can do, what we do is customize our services to your needs.
Y'all listen, Coach Lilie, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're looking for somebody to speak to your youth group, to speak to your youth organization, to speak regarding suicide prevention, to speak on communicating with teams, you saw she just gave us that one nugget: connect before you correct. You know, just all those things that we wish we had as young parents. Is the Lord has just put it all as such an amazing gift inside of Coach Lilie. And then I love how you've taken those 30 years of teaching and being an administrator and putting that now to use in the community through the NAACP, as a chaplain, through your ministry, through your workshops. I've watched this thing develop, y'all. And so I know that what Coach Lilie is going to bring to you is quality. So thank you so much, Coach Lilie. Y'all don't forget to go to her website, perfectingdestiny.com, if you want to get in touch with her. And then we'll be back. I won't be here next Monday because next Monday is a holiday, but I have some amazing people lined up for you every single Monday night through October already. You're going to be looking at some amazing women CEOs that I've worked with and the difference that they're making in their community, and they'll all share with you how you can work with them. And if you're looking for a program to take your business to the next level, you should reach out to me regarding my Elite Women's Academy. There's only 10 spots and it's invitation only. And you don't know if you'll fit until you reach out. I love y'all, and I'll be talking to y'all again real soon.